them, then they'll reach out to them. We're also trying to find out if there's some seniors who aren't engaged with our community in any way and we don't have any information on them, how we can try to gather that information. But those who do partake in, say, our senior citizen activities, they have been contacted if they don't show up. So we do kind of have a program where we do contact people just to keep track of them. But we're trying to develop that a little bit more. But thank you for bringing that up to our attention. As I've been doing more of a deep dive in it, I found that we do have some extremely wonderful employees here at the borough who do go above and beyond for a number of our residents who do live alone. Store facades. Oh, good, Melissa, I got it. Oh, bond rating update. Yes, so on October 5th, Fair Lawn became aware that we retained our AAA bond rating. We got that about a few years ago for the first time in Fair Lawn's history, and a very important thing for us was to maintain it. By having a AAA bond rating, it means that when we go out for bonds, our interest is extremely lower than what it would be if it wasn't AAA bond rating. So to date, we've saved well over $1 million through this AAA bond rating. I want to thank the council and especially our CFO, Karen Palermo, our borough manager, Jim Van Kroonigan, and all our department heads. Everyone was working really hard to try to get that AAA bond rating. I know when I was first elected, that was one of my number 1 goals, and I'm so happy we got there and we're maintaining it. It's a big win for the borough of Fair Lawn. Not a lot of communities in New Jersey have that AAA bond rating, so to be one of the few really says a lot about our community. What is going on with Nabisco? So Nabisco was bought out through Greek development for $146 million. Very high price tag. The first thing that they did, as you can imagine, every developer wants to provide housing in Fair Lawn. We did not want any housing. I know I speak for the whole council when I say this council does not like all the multi-units that have been going up in Fair Lawn, but based on a court mandate, it's called the Mount Laurel decision. If you haven't done any research on it yet, I definitely advise you to Google it. There's about 5 different Mount Laurel cases. Every municipality in Fair Lawn has to provide affordable housing. We have met our quota up to 2025. What that means is that we can now say no to developers who want to provide housing in Fair Lawn. If we did not meet our affordable housing needs, that would have been thousands of units. So we're very happy we did that. So the next step was a Greek developer came with a proposal. Nabisco area is our industrial zone. So based on their proposal, it did go in line with the master plan that was developed in 2014. For those who don't know, every community has to develop a master plan. Once you have a master plan, if you want to go outside of that master plan, you then have to go to our boards for a variance. So right now, the planning board did approve the proposal for a warehouse there. There was 2 separate traffic studies. Both of them came back with little to no impact. As everyone knows, Nabisco did a lot of trucking as well. So when they did a traffic study based on the amount of bays and what would be going in there, they didn't see an impact on the traffic study. And then the big thing that we saw is a big difference in the environmental impact. I just want to I did take some notes down so I could get this all accurate. So I'm just going to, I don't usually read from paper, but I'm going to do this for this one. So as everyone knows, the property was contaminated by Nabisco. There was an issue with the water underneath. Now that Greek development owns it, construction will not go forward until the site is remediated and permits are issued by the DEP, that's the Environmental Protection, and the project is also being overseen by the Department of Labor. If Nabisco was still there, the groundwater underneath would not have been cleaned up. The redeveloper will work with Fair Lawn, Glen Rock, and the state to redirect traffic away from Maple Ave and onto DeBauer.